You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tata. The Africa we want: unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherland's calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan-African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa.
After centuries of misguidance caused by slavery, colonization, lack of awareness of our history, and institutional disinformation, a new Africa is on the move, determined and getting organized. Afrika tuko pamoja. Welcome to the United Kingdoms of Great Africa. The United Kingdoms of Great Africa is the credo of the alliance movement of all African intelligences around a common ideal: the unity and development of a strong, conquering, and completely de-dogmatized Africa through the channel of a strong organization called the Africa We Want Global. You are an African, Afro-descendant, researcher, historian, scientist, or simply an NGO. You want to be part of this great historical march towards the total freedom of an uninhibited Africa? Visit our website www.africawewantglobal.org. Register and discover the range of our platforms for change. AfricaWeWantGlobal.org. Join the kingdom, be part of it. An initiative of Dr. Susan Tata.
Yes, we are live, my queen. Thank you. Thanks everyone that is joining us today on the special and exclusive edition on Pan-African Daily TV. I'm so happy that we could connect tonight again. It's been a very, very hectic week out here. And I know everyone was already questioning the fact, where is Pan-African Daily TV? What is going on? And particularly when they heard that the Queen of Gabon, Queen Ngingone III, would be joining us live tonight, everybody was just like, it's been a while. It's really been a while. So if you're connecting from anywhere across the continent or in the diaspora, we are welcoming you today to this another beautiful session. People are busy celebrating. Some also are actually not, like we saw the incidents of the flood in South Africa and other incidents around Africa as a while. But tonight we want to talk about something really, really exceptional and special, because the Queen is here. She's bringing us royal greetings, and not just that, it's been really, really, I think a couple of months since she's not been here. So apart from just talking about the holding a conversation on the need for us to unite, which is what she's bringing to us, some very relevant information at home and abroad. But we would just like to know what she's been doing all this while. Where she been going to, where she's been traveling, what has she been doing around. Are the kingdoms and the queendoms doing very well out here? So we would have the privilege to ask our royals today. The queen is beautifully seated, as you can see, ready to take all your questions. She's so cute. Imagine we were having a conversation in the background before I went live, and she said, "My daughter." I said, "Daughter? No, you're young to just give birth to me." And she's like, "No, it's not about the age; it's about the royalty entitlement." Even if I a baby, she's still always going to call me, or even if I'm married and after, she's still always going to call me daughter, because those are royal entitlements. So we're waiting for your queens and your kings to gather for the family, because we don't want to miss any of this here. So while we're just warming and having a good time waiting for all your family to be to join us here before we go into the conversation, my queen, how are you doing? How's the kingdom? The
I'm doing blessed. To our beautiful and amazing royals of Africa. Mbolo, Mbolweni, my people. This is your queen, Queen Ngingone II, 17th generation crown queen of the Fang people. Many of you are familiar with me already. So your queen's been busy teaching because I've been focusing more on the healing aspect of our people. All right. As a group of people who have, gone through what we have gone through and is yet to receive the proper help. Okay. As a queen, I have to get out there and help our children heal, because our people tells us that the truth about any condition affecting you, the truth alone is a remedy. Like when you go to the doctor, it takes a real doctor to give you the right diagnostic. Once they found out the right diagnostic, only then whatever ailment you're battling can be cured. So I've been focusing more on the teaching, but recently I've been move now to the next phase of my mission, which is the outreach. Because as you could see around, opportunities are laying up for us to gather our people and go back where we come from. So today I would like to bring to the attention of the diaspora, okay? Those of you out there who are on your feet, fighting for our right to dignity and respect, those, okay? Because there's different diaspora. Those who understand their mission. There's a roundtable coming up in Addis Ababa. It will be held on I think I wrote down the date. Next month in May, it's coming up. So basically, it's a roundtable, and the topic of which will be the right to return. Okay? So that roundtable will be held between the 23rd and the 28th of May in Addis Ababa, and the host is the African Union. So the topic is focusing on Region 6. Who's Region 6? The diaspora. So this is an opportunity for us to go before them and lay out our petitions or demands. So basically, I saw that there's a few organizations which have already signed up, registered to attend. But I've heard many of us in the diaspora complain that we're not really getting a proper reaction from our fathers on the continent. Is because we are still not organized. So my suggestion is that roundtable coming up in Addis Ababa, that we unite all the diaspora and all the Region 6 with an organization fighting for the cause of our right to dignity and respect and self-ruling. So I suggest that we unite under one leader. We pick a representative that will speak on our behalf, that will show up. The other ones, we still can go and accompany the person, whomever we agree or we choose to do that for us. But it is important that we come to them ready, my people, because whether you like it or not, in their eyes, we are still perceived as the children, because our people left as children. So we occupy that rank. And what happens in a family when you have, let's say, two kids, one of them want to play soccer, the other one want to be part of the swimming team. The child who want to play soccer goes and does all the researches and only come to you to let you know when, to let you know how much, And you have the other kid who's only talking about getting into the swimming team, but that kid hasn't taken any action showing their level of seriousness about what they said they want. So our readiness will put them in a position where they will have to hear what we have to say, because we will come to them ready. And another thing, it sent another message of unity to them. If us, the children, they have scattered in the Americas, we were able to come under one roof, standing before them as one. He put pressure on them to do the same in everything which concerns us and our homeland. So we have to go with a level of seriousness. And once we organize under one organization, it will facilitate the exchanges, it will facilitate the communication between us and them. And what is the diaspora? Is roughly what, 250, over 250 million of us. So we come strong, one voice behind all these people. So it will let them know that we're ready to have that conversation. It will, number two, give them ammunition, because as you could see, the last vote they did on removing Russia from the Security Council, I was glad and happy to see that our people have now the courage to dare say that they have their own problems to worry about. Our people are now finally getting it, that we can continue being people's ships. Like I said in a previous visit, I told you that our ancestors are awakening in us. So some of you will find yourself equipped with an incredible courage to push it through. So when that call comes, answer it, because this is our time. So as it is for our fathers on the continent, it should be the same for us. We can't continue complaining about what the people who have enslaved us are yet to do for us. Is insanity to expect the best from people who have showed you the worst of them. So that's the reason why I suggest, I encourage us to elect one leader who will speak sense into our forefathers. It will show, number one, our readiness. It will show, number two, our seriousness. And it will put them in a position where they have to listen to us and where they have to give us a seat, a permanent seat. So we become that full and operational body we are supposed to be within the African Union. And those of us, of our fathers watching us from home, I want you to understand that the return of our children is not something that we're just pulling out of our hats. All the royal families received the prophecy that after our fall, our children must return. You have to understand that the separation between us and our children has a spiritual, implication. Because our people say, what are the children to an African man? His children are his wealth. His children are his future. What happened to a place that is stripped of his youth? That place, our people say, becomes a ruin. That grass is bound to grow on the roof of those houses. So that place will remain dominated and exploited because the builders, the protectors, the teachers, the doctors are gone. So the longest we stay separated from our children, Africa will remain dominated and defeated. The mere separation of us from our children has a deep spiritual meaning that you think. So I urge you all who are awakening, I urge you all who are equipped with the courage to say no, we have our own problem to worry about. I urge you all to come together as one and confront them about the repatriation of our children and the reparation they owe to the continent of Africa and the descendants of their enslaved population in the Caribbean and in Northern America. My people, use it as leverage in these negotiations. Let them know that we haven't forgotten how sharp was the sword under which our forefathers lost their head. The time has come for us to bring forth all these issues. So take your responsibility. Our children are standing on nothing to make these people pay them reparations. Our children are the world's longest held POWs. They now have a status. Those who attacked our land and stole 12 million souls from us and murdered 20 million on the continent in the war effort to try to keep their children home. Those people, we know them today as NATO. The key members of NATO, who are they? France, Spain, Portugal, United Kingdom, Belgium, Germany, Italy, Netherlands. Who else did I forget? These are the key members of NATO. Back then, they were not called NATO, but nevertheless, it's still the same clowns. So you go after NATO. You want us to side with us? Let's talk about our past. We are no longer your slaves. And while you do that, make sure you properly identify the enemies from within. There's no way we could go as a people as long as many of us are so quick to betray. Once we make it outside the plantation, some of us prefer to see us enslaved. This is a big problem we have from within and that we need to take care of. There's no reason why in South Africa they're setting other Africans on fire. For us to go around expecting any form of respect from the people who have oppressed us for years. So this is my message. Our children don't stand on anything which could make these people pay them a dime. They are in captivity. They don't own their talent. They don't own their property, their intellectual and artistic property. They don't own anything. Those in the athletic leagues, they're bounded by contracts that look like slave masters' contracts. So our people, our children, hands are tied to make them do anything. But we want you to know that we're standing firm behind you. It will take for you to start roaring, for us to start making noise around here. So hear our plea to unity. All right?
Mbolo.
Mbolo.
Mbolo, my queen. My queen. You know me, I take from the backyard and we roll ahead. I'm getting a little bit cold out here. So I want to start from one. Where did you get the information about the conference from, my queen? Were you approached by the African Union? How come there is a conference like that or a roundtable that involves and the topic of the SID region? And it's just like it's next month and nobody has any idea about it. How did you get to know about it? How is it organized? What is the topic? And if it is about the SID region and you're talking about delegate one person to represent us, this, I mean, When I look at the population of us out here, and from the structure, I don't want to judge it, I don't know it, but something that is serious and it's just coming to us like now we just pack up, send somebody, and he just goes and even inform them the reason why we should come. I don't know how serious I can take this, but like I want to provoke to understand really from every perspective we have to represent because it's an opportunity. But I want to know the medium upon how a whole Africa Union would organize a roundtable like this next month, and we don't know about it. Where you
Well, that's the sad story about our people and the bureaucracy. It seems like in the process of getting colonized, there are certain skills like properly pushing bureaucracy, properly pushing papers in a timely manner is unfortunately skills that our administration back at home could work on. So one of our daughters who follow me, who's in contact with me, shared the information and basically told me, listen, my queen, were you even aware that this is happening? You know, and she got it from the AU website. So
ah,
basically all they did is post it on their website, pretty much.
um we understand this structure, to be honest with you, and that's why I don't want us to uh, do things that probably is just, I don't know how I want to say it. It's a political structure. And from what I know, you have also that political institutional weaponry that are still like represent like agencies of that. Because if the African Union is actually serious on this point, um, I mean, all the instruments are there. It's not even something like, you just put something on your homepage and then we have to know about it. I'll take an example. 2014, the Ethiopian government invited more than 3,000 representatives from the diaspora. And they had this congress in Apawa, which the initiative was to create the Pan-African University per excellence in Adowa. And the foreign department or the foreign ministry of Ethiopia sent out 3,000 invitations to African diasporans, scholars, experts, teachers, all across diaspora, but also on the continent.
Mm-hmm.
They did not only do that, they booked the whole of Hilton Hotel in Addis Ababa. They paid tickets and flight and convened that conference there. I was honored to be one of that. From the invitation to the ticketing to the tours, because we had to go to this Adoa where Ethiopia was never defeated, right? And then we met at the campus and divided into groups, given topics to walk about, what could be the outcome, because they wanted a model like, we don't want to be talking about Harvard. It is, and that project is actually going on. But that is something that I say people who are looking for solutions and they respect the diaspora and they call them to the table. It's not just only about paying the tickets or taking the bills, but the format in which they address with some respect and that could already show the outcome of it. But this one, I just go on their homepage and I just see there's a congress here, and then we have to just go there. I don't know, my queen. Convince me. Tell me, why do you really think if such a poor organization, you, the queen, sitting out here, the institutions that are here are not aware officially to say, come, let's dialogue, come, let's discuss. This is what we have for you. Tell us how we can work together. And I just see it on their homepage and then I just go. I, I, my queen,
Okay.
it's not. respect, but I want
I,
us to be
I,
honest.
I understand because, you know, we're talking about two kind of different situation. You will notice a clear difference in the way Ethiopian move in anything that has to do with their homeland. Okay? Ethiopians are a different group of people because, in a sense, that they didn't suffer colonization, they were never conquered as a people. There's also another thing about Ethiopian is they are united under one religion and one language they call Amharic. So you see, they're standing on strong foundation that the rest of Africa doesn't have.
Mm-hmm.
They have a way of taking everything that has to do with their homeland security very seriously. They fought two wars to stay independent. So what does it mean? It means like we are talking about a nation which already has the blueprint on how to, you know, fight for your freedom and how to stay free. We just witnessed what happened recently when they went and when the enemy went and activate Tigray. You know, how they got together instantly because, you know, they are used to that. They never give ground for the enemy to come and divide them. So when we're talking about the African Union, unfortunately, the countries that really have seats and a certain weight or say so are the countries where we know the West has puppets. So you have to take that into account that going through the African Union, especially after the murder of our forefathers, Muammar Gaddafi, you know, it's like basically walking around the European Union because all the decision, they're the one who make the decision. Whatever they want to talk about, they're still dominated by them. But nevertheless, it doesn't mean that we ourselves, who are still outside and must return home, we need to get discouraged by little bumps on our road. We are grateful that they even open up opportunity to have such conversation because it's due. It's a conversation we must have. When will Africa wipe the shame off of our faces? Let's not forget that we lost these children as a result of us losing war against them.
Mm-hmm.
So how embarrassing is that these people came and murdered our forefathers and took our children away. Our children are still within their walls and we are yet to claim them. How do they think they can ever stand up for themselves? The ones who are supposed to speak for them are in captivity. Until today, we are Africans. We know that the sons and the daughters are the ones protecting the old fathers and the old mothers. Where do they think they're going to go like this? What kind of strength will their voice have? Our children are still captive in their land, and they are yet to lift the voice on it. They wonder why. They can't dare look at them in the eyes and turn up. They have weakened them. Our people say, if you deprive a man or woman from his children, you have ended that person.
Mm-hmm.
So they need to understand that there's no blessing, there's no grace, there's no protection we're going to get from Tatan Zambe until our children come home. So we shouldn't get deterred because those here, they don't want to see our children go back. In fact, they treat them like they're slaves still. When some of them dare go home, they go around their embassies, go around scaring people at home off against our children, telling them those returning from America are dangerous, are this and that. Any refugee they bring here, they have them watch hours video long of crimes committed by our children, as if our children are the only one committing crimes in this country. So you see how they do everything to isolate them from everybody. And they are yet to return our children to us. It's a conversation that must be had. And now is the time. Tata Nzambe told our ancestors that his protection is more than ever with us. So that all they need to do is there, speak up. That's all they need to do. Our people say comes the time the lion loses his teeth. And that's exactly where we are. We need to work in a way where we wipe that shame off of our faces. What kind of dignity will we have? America still got their children in slavery. They don't even budge about it. This is what the world think about us. And as long as we don't claim our children back, these people are going to feel they are entitled to continue telling us what to do. So they shouldn't be shocked when recently Biden made a threat. It's like all those fence sitter, meaning those sitting on the fence, they will face consequences too. We took it as a threat against our people because we know that there's 8 of them that voted no, 27 of them that voted abstinence. They never seen such numbers coming from our people. And there's about 8 of them that just conveniently were absent. So it's to tell you, our people are awakening. What will give strength to those at home is if the diaspora is disciplined. We are organized. And we go before them as one. Sometimes our people tells us that when the father is blind, they rely on the son to hold his hand and carry him where he needs to go. So it's okay for us to show them the way. It's completely okay.
Ashe, Bayete, my queen. Very, very okay. I wanted us to get into actually this clarity. Because, you know, I'm not against, but I already opened these things because if that's the way we should go, why should we delegate one person? That's the question. Number 2, when they say it is for the Sith region, so what actually do they mean? Do they mean people with passports from the diasporan communities, or I mean, okay, should we have the contact to find out? Can organizations register to go, or it is an appel to say, all right, send one representative, or this one is you saying, if we have to go, let us vote somebody, put up an agenda and send that person. And I can already see you should be the person anyway.
If that's the will of the people, then so be it. But what it will do to gather behind one person, number one, it shows readiness. So yes, it means that our petitions are consolidated under one umbrella, and that alone is powerful to get that many people agree. Under, let's say, if the top 10 priorities are getting our people reparation and getting our people repatriated home and getting a permanent seat, if we can, you know, agree on these 3, let's say, okay, what we want as outcome out of this meeting is they start the campaigning of the return of our people. They go after NATO. NATO is asking them to back them. All right, NATO is asking them to side with them. Side with who? They are yet to make peace with Africa. Okay, that past, the slavery, the everything, it is now we open up that dialogue. So NATO shouldn't expect us to do anything. We are not their Senegalese infantrymen anymore. We are no longer their slaves. So not long ago, they were dragging our people from train in Ukraine, you know, denying them the right to safety. And the audacity of their president to dare address us, talking about he wants us to support them. We are no longer their slaves, and they need to get that. wherever these white people are from, whether from America or from Europe, we are not their slaves anymore. So basically, you know, if we unite under one person, it means that we have shown the level of maturity to bring everybody's petitions, you know, and everybody's petition, condense them into 3 keys. It shows an incredible sign of readiness. Because if we go, let's say individually, we register our organization, and then we go with our list of petition, knowing our people at home, they're going to look at us, they'll be like, no, they'll come back when they're ready. Because if they have been so slow in connecting the Region 6 to the continent, how many gazillion petitions they're going to start addressing one after another?
My queen, I see your point and it is very pertinent, but I was just going through that page, that link of what you're saying, and I could already see that there are organizations that are registered individually. So what you're saying is very relevant. If we register different organizations to attend, what is going to be the message? It's going to be also a disunited diasporas.
Exactly.
And I already see a couple of institutions and organizations that are registered on that page to attend the conference, and yeah, it's quite interesting to be able to find out the organizations that are already registered in the diaspora. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a mess if we are not organized.
Exactly. So at the same time, we have to keep in mind that some of the leaders of the African Union, unfortunately, are puppets. Okay, they fear for their lives, so they have to do exactly what the master said. Since the master is discouraging the return of our people, so imagine if we give them a reason not to hear us out, because we bombard them, each organization, with their petition. So you see, we will not get an outcome anytime soon.
That's very true, my queen. Yes, now, but the problem or the question I'm asking is, how are we going? Like I said, I think there are more than 15 organizations that I see there, and even ADDI is already registered, as I can see. So
basically, Region 6, as defined by the African Union, are all Africans born abroad. Okay, so Region 6 defined them as descendants of the captured and enslaved Africans. So those, because we don't look at them as American, as Brazilian, as they are our children born abroad. That's what Region 6 is. So normally we should be a body, an active body within the African Union.
yes.
Black nations such as Barbados, Haiti, Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica must be part of the African Union. You see? So this is really the vision, that the original vision that was drafted when, you know, they went from the Organisation de l'Union Africaine to the AU. So you see, and that vision is still there, it still remains. It's just that we haven't acted on it. But now that our people back at home are waking up, they dare, you know, speaking up. Can you imagine even Gabon voted no, not abstinence? And we know Gabon is a traditional puppet country. So that lets you, my people, les bonjour.
Les bonjour, comment ça va?
Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Je suis fière de vous.
Bisous, 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 ma chérie.
Bisous, I'm so proud of you. Even Gabon went and said no. So it tells what we have the momentum right now. And we are their fuel. We are what's going to motivate them to go forward. Because our people say, we work, we build for our children. If we lose our children and they remain lost, if someone comes steal your children, they have stolen your future, point blank, period. So to me, it's top of the list. They ought to be held accountable for what they did. They ought to pay reparation to our people and to Africa, the royal families. I mean, I have what? 9 generations wiped out. I want reparation for that. For forcing my people to become orphaned. For forcing our people into slavery. I want reparations for that.
Ashe, Bayete, my queen. Bayete, 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 my queen. May you live long. May Her Royal Highness live long. Yes.
Ashe.
Yes. It is very, very correct, my queen. Now I'm just really concerned about how what kind of opportunities we could make out of this as a united voice, one people, one voice. And so I think we have to go down to some research. We have to make some research about this conference. What is even the agenda? Who are those that are organized? And then we reach out also to those that are already registered so that we can mobilize. I think their contacts are there from what I see. Also hold maybe a roundtable before even going to put some stuff together. The problem, like you're saying, is not just going, but it's the organization is going as one people, one voice with one uh, um, agenda or points that we have to put on the table and say, hey, here we are. And why not us even calling them to order to say we are also organized? So what do you think would be necessary? I think we would have to get in touch with those that are already registered and then look at the agenda that is being put there. Or I don't think necessarily we should be sending a representative. We should actually, when I say go collectively, like those that would go, if you're going, I definitely would love to go. But if I look at the day, it's 23rd, which is the Africa Day, of course. And I want us to find actually the authenticity and the seriousness. And if we go, are we gonna be heard? So I think we need to get to work on this conference, but it's a must attend.
So, although they may not be up to point as an organization, but I really doubt they will put such announcement and not honor it. That's one thing. I know our fathers are a little off, but I wouldn't, drop my expectation
No, no, no,
below
no. My
that.
friend, no, I'm not disagreeing with the agenda. I'm not disagreeing that the announcement will not take place. But what I do know, you know our fathers. You have been here for long. I
Yes, but
just
we can't let that cripple you. We can't let that cripple us.
no.
We've been asking for an opportunity to be heard.
Yes.
So the opportunity now, presenting itself now, we shouldn't waste our time nor energy on the packaging of it. We need to read the sign and jump. So, when I say that we choose a representative, it doesn't mean that the other people shouldn't go. In the contrary, I would encourage people to show up massively as a support for our speaker, whomever going to be our speaker. But we go with one agenda, and basically, number one, reparation, number two, return of our children, number three, a seat, if that's what the majority of the people attending going to say. But now, if we have among us people who want, let's say, like kind of a petition, such as they want them to be recognized as an entity in the country they are and stuff, I'd rather not go and speak for on behalf of such petition, because it goes against what Tatan Zambe has planned for our people. Tatan Zambe said after 400 years, we are to leave the land of captivity and return home. So as a queen, I cannot support any talks that gonna help or assist our children to stay away, to stay abroad and continue being exposed to danger. Recently in South Carolina, they voted a new law. They're now going to execute people by fire squad. And they're starting with one of our sons. So while the savagery is gradually coming back, I mean, it becomes a matter of survival for our people. So, I really, my voice is to represent those who want to go back home and, make sure they are given their reparation, and make sure that when they get home, they are properly accommodated, they are welcome, because some countries don't even care. They put them through the same immigration challenges as they would put any foreigners, any white person coming in the country. And it doesn't make sense. All that needs to stop. We have to take our own responsibility. We have to be the one claiming our own children. So there's countries where they are not given work permit, and I know the countries, they are not given, citizenship and stuff. Whereas in other countries, they are given citizenship at the port of entry. So we all need to get on one page. Number one, on honoring Tatanzambe prophecy on our people, that we will allow our children to come back. Our children have the right to come back home. The problem we're having is like some countries are not giving them that right. So this round table, it's an opportunity from the sky. We shouldn't, pay attention to the package. I think many of us need to register in contrary. When many of us register, they're going to show interest. They're going to see that it's a topic which interests us, and that's what I suggest.
100% queen, mother, sister, daughter of the universe, daughter of the fatherland, motherland.
That's
Yes, you
right.
are. You are. And all of you that are watching, make a donation. Okay, start by contributing. These things need work. These things need a lot for us to do. These things even need us to wake up. Some of us that are really still sleeping to take that lift of faith and boldness to say we're going back. We had been saying it here. King Maponga has been saying it here. King Bongane has been saying it here. Royals have been talking about it. Just pick your things, board the plane, and go instead of us getting this fire squad. When you get there, please throw that paper. That's a paper that
Away,
is you.
away. They're
So,
finding more and more gruesome way of disposing of our people. So
yes.
my cry goes to our leaders back at home. Where is your pride? You know, as long as our blood is being shed, Africa won't stand.
My
Africa
queen,
won't stand. Our people have a home, and we need to accommodate our people. We need to, open programs encouraging the return of our people. Not only give them paperwork, but attach a family behind them.
we have a duty and a responsibility for us to just go and do that. That is not even some, my queen. We should have been making our ugali, sitting here and just drinking some palm wine and massaging your feet and doing that. I don't want you please, I just don't want you to lose that beauty and that energy trying to say you want our people to hear or our leaders. No, we are just packing our things, taking our children. We're still here because we have to mobilize all of us. It's our journey, it's our purpose, and we go back home. The moment we enter there, they're going to give the lands of our fathers when they were taken there. It's a traditional thing that my royal. So this message of us, my people, our leaders, no, they are our fathers. When we go back like the prodigal son, nobody is going to shut us the door. The thing, like you said, and I'm really putting that power behind you. I'm carrying your bag. You know me. I'm your most precious princess holding your royals. So we have to get ready. The message is for us that are ready to go. Pack your things. We had already given that plan 2 years ago. If you have a mortgage, start putting it in the market. Start like we had the queen from in Ghana. Start making your savings. Just if it suffice just to buy your ticket. Yes, that would be okay for now. Because what is coming, as you have said? the regulations, the laws, the poverty, the prices, the this, the this, the this. That one, none of us will be able to stand that flood.
No, no. And it's great time we go home. It's great time. We have amazing children dispersed all around. And it's
Yes.
our responsibility to claim our number one wealth back. Our people say the African number one wealth is not his gold, it's not his oil, it's not his manganese, cobalt, whatever. It's his children.
Go
So let's
back.
get to
uh,
work.
Go ahead, my queen. I'm sorry for interrupting.
So let's get to work. That's all I have to tell them. In politics, they play on interests. All right. Our children hands are tied. They can't make them pay anything, but our people are sitting on economical agreements with these people, on military agreements, on natural resources they need for their world to go round. So before you ask me to have you as a partner, what is the status of the children you stole from me? Why don't you bring them back to my land and put money in their pocket for all the suffering you put them through? Then maybe I can sit down and look at you on eye level as a fellow human being. We can communicate, we can exchange, we can trade, and maybe be friends.
I share. It's we have to be ready, not just only being ready because we have to. It's I don't know how we have to sound that trumpet again. I'll be in Detroit, you know that it's gonna be all about that. Panama, if I we're already sending you, because even in Panama, that's the journey of reconciliation means we just want to say thank you for whoever our landlords or our hosts have been, and now we are going us. So I think even the issue of reparations. I mean, we're not going to die here because of reparations. We have too much land. We have 60% of
Absolutely, yeah.
uncultivated land. Even before we think about minerals that we don't even know how to, whether they are under which place. Congo is there to feed all of us, to house all of us. That's where we all come from, the Abantu kingdoms. So even if we go bundle and go only to Congo, it's enough. It's just not even the issue that we are here talking about. So please click and subscribe. Make sure you're doing your giving your donation, because now when the queens are rising, the mothers are rising to say no, we want to take our children back home. We need your support. We need too much engagement from you.
Absolutely.
It
It
is very
costs, I
hard.
mean, we're talking about traveling cost and stuff and lodging and stuff. We really need your support.
Mhm.
Whatever you can, send our way, Nubia, the path to return. I mean, because we have to go and get on their faces, we have to go and knock at their doors. So when we do that, they will know the children are ready. And knowing the African parent, they get embarrassed if they don't do. They will.
Oh no,
So
they're ready. They're ready. We have to go. We have to go
yeah.
back. And so support us on this journey. We're sending the queen. I mean, you see the fierceness, and she will not even bet, put that. Don't send me. Don't send me. We are sending her. We're sending her there, and we can be very sure that she's gonna bring back original package. Right? She's gonna look at them in the face and say, "Hey, put your signatures here. Sign this one." So it's not about politicking. That's why I said, we're so divided, like you say, we must unite to get the freedom that we want. We cannot be going even back home. We are disunited. And that's always the trick. And because they're like, you're going to be speaking 20 voices here. So who are we going to listen? But we should also understand that there are organizations that are fighting for African unity, but they are actually business people. So they
Yeah.
most of them are stepping on in the African Union House to negotiate private business and also get a piece of the cake, which is Mother Africa that they keep raping every day. But we are
Mm-hmm.
saying, war betide you for whatever reason that you think that you can exploit your own people, for whatever interest that you think that you can be the number one and want to show that I'm the liberator, but you have hidden agendas. War betide us. If it is not about Africa, if it is not about our people, if it is not because about our freedom, if it is not because for our unity, I mean, the intentions must be clear. It is very obvious that why we are divided is because we can't even accommodate ourselves, because we still have hidden agendas. Why are we multiple doing the same thing at the same time?
Because they train us to compete. Those of us who fell under their hands, as you could see, like you will see, for example, in the workplace, they will make it believe like there's only one position for a black manager, but they're gonna have gazillion amount of white managers. That's how they do. Because in order for you to maintain people conquered, all right, you have to economically asphyxiate them. So you have many bird in a bag. You just let just a little sip of air. So inside they fight one another.
Mm.
And when you maintain people in that energy, you have an unlimited supply of traders. You see? People who they haven't had access to their own resources for centuries. So too many of us owning a house is a luxury, is a dream. Can you imagine people as wealthy as Africans? So what do they do? So what do? They come up with a price. And unfortunately, our people are yet to see the value they hold, because we are so prone to betray one another. And we are so shameless about it that, we will betray our brother and come behind him and undo everything he did to try to set us free. But as long as we don't change our mentality, we live around traitors and even praise them. It's our own fault. We praise them while they're hurting the people. We marry off our daughters in their family when we should treat them for who they are, traitors to the people. We shouldn't praise them. We shouldn't go around them. We shouldn't marry our sons and daughters to their families and so on. It's because we act in a way which let the world think that we haven't suffered enough.
My queen, to be honest with you, I still would go back to that issue that because the energy, the fire, I know the baggage that you're carrying. To be honest with you, we have to start thinking that we are on our own. When I say we are on our own, we can be the best that we think that we have here. But when you go to the continent, even the guy on the street is the best on the continent. So it has always been for us to understand that if we already invest in people to people ourselves, we will never be astray. And that's why we talked about those projects, adopt a family, like you say, adopt anything. Our young people are looking at us and saying, we are here. These are not politicians. These are people. When we invest and buy land and they start cultivating, the moment you're going home, you're already going to a family. But the problem is sometimes we are already so, I don't know, damaged or disoriented, tricked, fooled, lied to, manipulated against each other, that we always still think, before I go to Africa, I have to go and ask permission at the African Union before and you and I, we're daughter of the soil. We all grew there to say, hey, if you just adopt a child, a youth, and whatever thing that we will do together, they're the ones that are doing the manual work on the ground. We are the ones that can maybe work extra work, whether it's night or whatever, buy a farmland, buy a place, they start cultivating. That's your own, that's your family. You're coming home to them. They know my brother is coming back, my sister, my daughter. So people to people, that kind. I'm not talking now about the conference. The conference is clear that we're going to go, but I'm just talking about the other initiatives that you are already putting on the ground to say, let us connect invest in one another. The youth are so like ready more than yesterday. Let us invest in the youth. The youth will be the one to take out of this mess. To be honest with you, it is the youth that will take us out of this mess. It is the youth that will fight that we come back. It is.
I understand, but we have to start somewhere. We're talking about our children who are still abroad. So to bring that many people, I'm sorry, but the country's authority gonna have to be involved, because
Yes.
we are not smuggling them in. They're returning home, and the people in power have the authority to make that happen.
Mm.
So when we talk about, yeah, it's going to come a point where basically we can, start rolling and do the lead work and the building and the planting and everything. But there's a major step that have to be completed first, is the transition of our people back home. If the people in authority are not, if the people in authority are not with the program, our children gonna find themselves expatriated, ignored. And this is not what Tata Zambe said we should do in this time in our history. I'm privy to information that most people may not. This in our time, in the time in our history, is bound to happen. So we need to knock at the right doors. That's what they are asking us to do. They want us to leave it to them. So we have to understand that in this, we have to be spirit-led. Tata Zambe told our ancestors that when that time comes, he will raise allies from unlikely places for us. And we can't let fear of uncertainty cripple us. So we move forward. We cannot smuggle our children back on the continent. Mandela, one of the reasons Mandela was put on terrorist, because before Nana Addo started the year of return, who was the initiator of such project? It was Mandela, when he became black again. So the talk about the different
When he became black again, my queen.
yes, because
Okay.
there was a time he was romancing his white former beaters to the point that it was ridiculous. You know, when he became president, he pardoned those who murdered our people in South Africa. He pardoned the murderers of the 800 and something children from the Soweto uprising. None of them stood trial. He pardoned them, but he doubled down the persecution on Winnie. Winnie was sued and dragged in front of the court like 15 times while Mandela was president. So yes, he was in good romance with his white masters. What can I say? So basically, he initiated that return program, and it was said that regardless of the country, our children just needed to pick, and citizenship was to be granted to them at the port of entry. That's how he was already planning the return of our children. Mm-hmm. So the leadership in America didn't want them because they view our children as their slaves. Like, how dare you come and take our slaves? So they put him on a terror list. So he couldn't, one of the reasons they say he's a terrorist. He could no longer come in the US. So you see that on both sides, because as I say, our separation got a spiritual implication. It's not in their best interest to let our people go, but the time has come where our people must return, and we can't do it without home.
Yes.
Period.
Ashe. Bayete, my queen. Bayete, Bayete. Yes, so we are on the move. We are on the road. There's so many queens also in the background. We have most of them in the chat moderating and just congratulating Queen Queen Ngingone, and Cheryl is in the house. I saw Sonovia say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, my queen, I'm late, but this meeting is very, very important." And I see some comments here, and this one is very interesting for us, to always get the feedback from what the family is saying from our conversation. Ennis is saying, if we work and trade, money became less necessary, and so we can go back to our trade and barter or trade by barter. Yes, we already had that conversation as well on the executive team of the senior women to say, you know what, we would have to go back to that when we get back home to say, how are we trading with each other as a matter of fact? Because there's just a lot of things that we buy and throw and waste and every day, which some people might need, and other things like you, Queen, that I would need and what I have. So what? That was the best thing, and that was how our ancestors traded. So definitely we'll be going back to those systems. But what the Queen is saying, we need to get to the continent first. And when we get there, then we'll get to the table and start putting all those things in order, everything that was one. I want to make you understand that you need to trust us. I don't need to stress here for you to understand. You know, Queen Ngone, part to the return of the Nubia. She's been sitting on her channel every day for this mission. You have to understand who your prophets are. You have to understand people that actually are dying, that we go back to the continent. All of us, nobody's face is being hidden. We're not operating on the false agenda or fake names or whatever. We are right here with our faces right here in the camera on the whole global satellite. There is nothing that we are here to manipulate whatever person for something. So we are calling on you to understand that it is it's an agenda of spirituality. You send us, we go. If you don't send us, we all die here. Freedom or we all perish. So sending on means what? We can stand and be doing the job. You have to play your own role. Make sure you're supporting us to do this. We need a lot of monies to make these things happen. Now I'm going to be in Detroit. I'm going to be in Panama. She's going to be in Ethiopia. How are we going to do this? We're a global a foundation. Some people have to do their work. Some people have to fund their work. There's no way we can ever do this. We have to begin.
Absolutely.
We have to
And
begin to.
our people have been let down several times. You have
Yes,
no you have no idea how many people come around them just to embezzle money because they know they want to go home. So they prey on their desperation to take money from them. Some of them promise to buy lands for them back at home and then
sure.
disappear. Some of them organize trips, super expensive trips. I mean, our own people are exploiting our own out there.
But that's
So
the
when you see a lot of them being skeptical, a lot of them have been wounded because our own people out there are ruthless one another against one another. So, but nevertheless, just like you pointed, they have to learn to read between the lines. Okay? The people, because unfortunately, not all of us who are out there claiming to be Pan-Africanists are Pan-Africanists. Too many of us, it's a business opportunity.
Oh, yes.
Okay, my children. Too many of us, it's a business opportunity. So this is what you basically, the signs you look, their message. Usually their message lacks integrity. Today they're going to be pro-Africans and pro-African people. Tomorrow they're going to talk about something so divisive. Anybody trying to maintain division among us in any way, it's against the cause. It's there for fame, it's there for money, it's there for whatever. Anybody trying so hard to serve the other people, like I went crazy. One of our son published a video in support of the xenophobia in Africa, talking about African Americans have the same problem as Black American. They suffer from the huge number of illegal other Blacks who come and take their opportunity. So I had to stop and say, these things you're talking about are very dangerous. What South African Blacks and American Blacks have in common is the high level of confusion, because these are the only two group of people who can turn violently against their own, on command by their masters. And we need to heal that. So you have to see a lot falls on our plate, ourselves, self-respect, self-love. We can't ask people to love and respect us when we out there promoting nonsense, taking money from one another, stealing one another's hopes, dreams, and aspirations. But if you see one of us maintaining a divisive tongue, know that that's an agent. If you see one of us trying to divide us so much, oh, we are African American, but I'm Pan-Africanist. No, you are not. So start, telling, and those who are all about business, all they talk about business, the collective is on the floor. Many of us want to go home, but we don't know how to. All they talk about business. Okay, business, that's another indication. All they are about is business. So
Very
people
true.
who are highly ambitious like that can be bought very quickly.
Oh, yes.
We need to organize. We need to see what is important by order of priority. What kind of business are we going to be able to run if we might not even be alive tomorrow? The way they hunt our children down their streets in their countries.
One thing is very clear, my queen. I truly support what you're saying, and it's just like it's the same evil. It's the same like what King Bongane called the creature, and that creature has the same different colors as well. So
Yeah.
if we focus on colorism, we're not going to get anywhere. To be honest with you, it is a spirit. But I want to assure us that we don't even need to worry because the judgment is here. I mean, if we look at, I'm not saying it's something that happened, but it's something that I thought about and I was like, wow, it's not been a week or twice that we were talking about the xenophobia in South Africa. And we had this conversation here. And 2 days ago, what is happening in South Africa?
They set one of our sons on fire, Zimbabwean, torched him
Yes,
alive.
yes, and not only that, but you see the earthquake. If you look at how many people died during the xenophobia, look at how many just died now between the flood. So
Exactly.
nature is not going to spare any of us because Mother Africa is the cradle of humanity, is the mother nature, is the mother and the first and the beginning and all. So whether we manipulate, whether we think we twist information, whether we think we are so smart more than the brothers and sisters, whether we think we're so educated, whether we think now we are too knowing and we start playing the games the Chinese are playing, the others are playing to say, no, they're going to take back our land. Let us also become businessmen and buy our land. Nobody can buy Mother Africa, Mother Nature, Mother of humanity. What you are going to pay at the counter is what you are going to get in bargain. It is a
Absolutely.
it is a call that we will
Absolutely.
need. And this conversation we will have to have it, my queen, because a lot of us rape even mother. I said it all the time. A lot of us just stand in the marketplace and sell her for free just because we are taking color into action. I am Africa, so I can use other Africans to gain something out of Africa. Judgment is now. Your
Judgment
intention,
is now.
your intentions will be. We saw how Mother Africa, Mother Nature brought the world to its knees, and they are choked in that smoke, and they never will get out of it. So if you here claiming you are daughter of the origin and you're doing the same thing, woe betide you. You're going to get what you just pay at the counter.
Absolutely.
If you're here to manipulate your people, take money, scam them. Oh, I'm this, I'm buying land. I've heard all sort of things. But you know what? They said the legs are shorter. It is judgment time. What you have been paying, what you have been manipulating, what you have been putting, you're just going to get that back. Like I said, if we look at the flood in South Africa, we were just crying, and how could we be murdering our own people? It is not
Exactly.
been long. It's not been 2 weeks. It's not even been
Exactly.
what happened and how many lives were claimed because of the sake of one or two. It is time. The law of Ma'at
Exactly.
here with
And
us.
my dear sister, since you don't like to be called daughter, so you see, I was telling your brothers and sisters yesterday on my channel that those of us who really think that the time for them to come up, to make profit from our suffering, right? The time for them to betray, like it's been custom. I mean, they will be up to a brutal surprise because the guardians of our people are now more than ever active in bringing retribution to all those wronging Mother Africa and her children. I mean, the karma is almost instant. Watch around. They get instant karma, those trying us. That's why we need to be at peace. We're working in a different time. I don't know, for some of you who are like super sensitive, you must have felt a shift of energy. Because on the spirit realm, there's been a transfer of power already.
Yes. How come we
You
don't get
know,
it?
our throne has been occupied by them. Because, my dear children, in this life, in order for you to have power, and God never gave you that power, you got to take it from somewhere. So our forefathers had to lose their throne for them to feel it. But now the throne are going back to their rightful heirs and heiresses. So what does it mean? Even the puppets gonna wake up and go fight. All that you see our people daring to raise their head is because it's been prophesied. It will happen. They will awaken. So we should be hopeful. We should be very, optimistic about our future. We have a lot to stay around for.
Sister Queen, may God bless you. May your
I say,
ancestors show their face to you at any time. But it is all of us, it's going to be on, we are all on the scale of judgment. It's all about truth. We can claim everything that we want to claim. If we are not ourselves in that scale of justice, because it's coming. It's not even going to be a collective. It's going to be one-on-one. And we already saw it. And even if the prophecy came and said 400 years we're going to go back, 400 years you will not enter if you're still in that manipulative intentionally.
yeah.
You are not conscious of it. So no matter what, as we are talking, as we're putting all this together, it all comes back to one thing: truth and Ma'at. Ma'at said it. There's that balance. So even as we treat one another, be war against you. Even as I told you, one person burned in broad daylight. One. How many lives gone? There's 60, and it's the toll are getting up. It's not
The toll of what? From the xenophobia and killings?
there's been a flood in South Africa.
Ah, okay, yeah, for the flood, yeah. But
Yes.
after abominations are committed on the land, our elders tell us that Tatanzania has to send water to purify. If it's not water, it's fire. So South Africa needs to be very careful because before they fall back in another apartheid, because that division they want, Tatanzania may just give it to them. They don't understand the new era we are in. Maybe they need to be under apartheid again. And let's see who's going to come help you this time.
It is the time, when we say nature, we still don't get it. I think we still don't even get it because they look at it and they say, oh, there are calamities, there are floods, there are this. people, even the humans, and you know, these creatures are just manipulating everything, even your weather. Look at your skies. Look at everything, manipulation. Even when they don't give you sun, right? So
Yeah.
it's time for righteousness. Whether they who is doing what, we all ourselves as humans. When we say mother nature, it is Mother Africa. It's the mother of of humanity and cradle. And he doesn't spare anybody because all of us in different shapes and size and colors are origins from that. We have to wake up. Like you said, self-love. How on earth do we burn one another in broad daylight and make cameras and film them? It is not even, I'm talking even today, even in my own we're talking about Amazonia. We see people being chopped off, their heads being chopped off, you know, people begging for their lives and killed in broad daylight. How did we
Yeah.
get here?
How
And
is that okay?
when I look at this kind of structures, then I begin to ask myself, so what are we talking about, this salvation that I look at my brother, I look at you, and I slaughter you, and I chop your head off, and I burn you in broad light? Judgment is going to come.
The
None of
level of savagery, because you go behind the xenophobia, you're going to find that they are white funded. As usual, the enemy, he cast a stone and hide his hand. Now they forgot how these white South Africans were roasting them alive, as if they saw any of us go and kill them over there. The hatred is now turned against us. And we have children in America who go to South Africa to interview the white people, to give them a say so, or Ukrainians are not. It's, I don't know what to say. They come and upload video in support of what's going on in South Africa. But that's another thing. Our leaders back at home, they see videos and they're like, do we really want to fight for these children? Look at those who are in America thinking this way. Do we want to bring them? Because one of us put our faces out there promoting nonsense. But what they don't understand is the era we are in. No evil will be allowed against God's people. It won't happen. They will be destroyed before they see our demise. So that's why I'm spending a lot of time teaching our children to lighten up their hearts. Our heart must be light as a feather. When you are in that vibration, you're untouchable.
Thank you so much for your work. God will bless you, and your purpose is already fulfilled. You're the happiest soul. Even when we go in transition, we're still gonna live that happiness. I really, really thank you. We love you so much. More courage, more energy. Now, we are concluding. What is the next step to do? I mean, regarding the roundtable, what are steps that we need to take? Are you
So
saying something?
more of us need to register, and we need to kind of set up like a group on WhatsApp where we take all the communication, or even on Telegram, wherever. We need to have a group where all the participants will kind of connect the dot, because we need to elect. If you guys say that you want your queen to go and speak on your behalf, yes. And those who are going, we need to show up in style. We need to find a fabric. We're going to go in a uniform, because our people, that's the language they understand. When they do something official, something serious, they always show up in uniform. I suggest we do the same thing. We get
Hashtag.
our top three, petitions, the top 3 things we want to see accomplished, and we start from there. We raise funds for the speaker and everything, and we take it from there. We have to engage them. Whomever is their master, let's say, I know it's no secret, a lot of our people are sitting there fearing for their lives, but who's going to give them the strength they need to speak loud? Is us, their children. But we have to show them that we are ready for this. All right,
My
my dear and amazing royals of Africa.
it's a royal cleansing that you're giving us here, my queen. Thank you very much, Bayete. Bayete. So,
Bayete.
um, if you say we register, where are they going to register, my queen? Do you want them to register on the link that is given for the conference, or they register at your platform? And if that's the case, where should they register? I want contact.
So, but these are two different things because we don't know the accommodation they have for the conference. So when we agree on the speaker is to contact them, contact somebody over there and let them know we, the diaspora, are coming as one. We let them know if they were going to cancel it or whatever, they can no longer because we have registered, we have showed intent to attend. So once
Yeah,
we do that, we take the conversation to the group, and those who are already registered. But I think we can all register under the agency, my agency, for example, and just make our accommodation to show up united and in style.
all right. So, way forward, set up a group. Are you going to set up the WhatsApp group and then we send invitations, or how do we go?
I can set up the WhatsApp group, and I'm going to need my assistant to help me locate the contact people for those organizations that have already signed up, that I have already registered.
Okay.
Yes, we should start from there. So once we establish contact with them, we start having our roundtable among ourselves before we even go. What is number one on your list? What should be number one on the list is the return of our children and pay them reparations. They have to. America is pouring money to Ukraine, $800 million. They just approved again. So, and these are the people who don't want to touch the topic of reparation of our children.
Mm-hmm.
So if this is not insult added to injury, I don't know what that is. So we need to get on it.
I share. Okay, so we'll be waiting for the link, and then would you want to, before we go, maybe this month, to give us a feedback on, we want to come again on the conversation and let's see where we're going?
Okay, so, well, just like the roadmap I gave, I'm going to set up the link. I will send you the link so you can share on your site. But all I can tell our people right now is just to be calm, stay calm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's learn to mind our own African business.
Please drink water and add it to it. Water is the secret to learn to drink. Drink water and mind your African business, because that water is not just water we're talking about here. Okay, make sure
Drink
you take
water,
water and just
drink
drink it
water
and
and
mind your African
mind,
business.
exactly, drink water and mind your African business.
Thank
Just
you.
learn to ascend. Okay, many of our ancestors are awakening in you. If you feel a push to do something for the people, join us. Don't be shy. Many of you have been assigned missions. You may be scared. Let go of fear. Fear not. Anybody rising against us, right, that we're going to be crushed like a fly.
Mm-hmm.
Our Creator promised our ancestors that that's what's going to happen. So fear not, take actions, okay? And we have to stand as one. There's no way to survive this. We have to. I'm not promoting those who want to stay in the land of captivity. Our petition for reparation is not for those. If you get your reparation, go home. Have some pride. Let's go home. It's time. Okay, my lovely.
Thank
So
you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you so much, beautiful queen. Thank you for being here. And don't forget the 12-12 alarm, solidarity alarm, 12-12, 12 p.m. Sound your, just beat your drum and the vibration is connecting. So we're already decoding and giving those symbols out there. 1212 solidarity alarm. Make sure you set
12,
your
12 o'clock.
12. Yes, 12 p.m. Make sure you set your solidarity alarms and everything is going to be okay. You beat your drum at that time and drink water and mind your African business. Everything is
And
going to be
mind your African bene.
That's right. And mind it. Thank you so much, my queen. You are welcome anytime, every time we are here. Everything is under control from the powers that be. We don't even need to worry anything. We're just a medium. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So peace in your heart and home, love in your heart and unity. Okay, my people, walk a
I
one crowd. This time is our time to shine again. Allow the king, the queen, the princess, the prince to awaken in you. I see some of you running around claiming, oh, our ancestors were demons. No, our people say dogs don't breed cats. You came from king and queens. It makes you another royalty. Point blank, period. Okay, my lovelies. Until next time.
Wow. No, no, no. Wait. My queen, you said something. I mean, cats don't breed dogs. So if your ancestors were witches, so you automatically are a witch, isn't it?
Yes. If you feel that your ancestors were wizards and demons, uh-huh. It means like you are created in the likeness of them. You are a demon, you
That's it.
yourself.
Mm-hmm. So don't say that. Don't even think that. What do you wish for others? It just comes back. So yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your teaching. Thank you. Peace and love, my queen. We
Peace
love
and love,
you.
my dear children. Mwah.
Stay sweet and beautiful.
Thank you, absolutely.
Thank you. Bye bye. Wow. Wow. Abraham is saying Dr. Tata is wicked. Yes, if you say my father is wicked, so I'm a daughter of a wicked father, it's the same thing. When we blackmail our ancestors, our parents, you are just an extension of them. So you should definitely be blackmailing yourself. Yes, that's the way it is. So um, if you're a daughter or a prince or a king of the Most High, so you just shine. You just the darkness that produces that magic, right? And so, but if you go ahead to say, oh no, they were witches or they killed each other, who are you? You didn't fall from heaven. So these are all narratives that we challenge, we use them, we promote, we navigate, and we just forget why we are so hating ourselves, why we just don't love anything about us, because you cannot ask somebody to love you. It's just like I had a small conversation with a friend today. And it's like, oh, most people are like, I'm looking for somebody to love me. I'm looking for my happiness. I'm looking for love. I need somebody to love me, all those things. Then I ask myself, can you imagine that you go to the market and want to buy love and buy something? No, nobody can give you that. You have to love yourself. Nobody. Love yourself first, and then you can love somebody. We've been trained the other way to say, I need to somebody to love me. Can you just imagine? Just listen to yourself. I need somebody to love me. No, I mean, and that person also is needing somebody to love him. And that's how the world has been been in that confusion and that mix. But when we came from where the origins that we came from, love was what we were created. And so you don't need it in if you don't have it, then you don't need it. You have to have it. I need somebody to love me. If you look at even the statement, I'm looking for love. So it means you don't love yourself and you need somebody to love you. It means you are searching for somebody to love you so you don't love yourself. That's how short and primitive. I always say primitive because primitive is too much intelligence. Um, that's how simple, intriguing it is, but that's just the fact. Okay, so I want you to love yourself more than any other thing so that you will not need somebody to love you, so that when you meet somebody, you're sharing what the person already have and you already have. So the person has too much love, you also have too much love, and so there will not be any need to exploit one another because you're looking for love and he's looking for love, or she's looking for love, or they are looking for love. And so we are this family that are not needing anybody to love us. Africans, we love ourselves so much. What we're just doing is just contaminating ourselves with that love, nothing more. Just keep contaminating one another. Okay. And call it whatever you want to call it. Love yourself first. Don't look for somebody to love you because you don't have love. It's as simple as that. It's not tricky. If you don't meditate on this and try to get the message and be conscious, you'll be waste all your time and your energy in life and feel miserable and start thinking that until somebody loves you, then you are worthy. That's what has brought us where we are today. We look ourselves in the mirror and want to be white because we hate our color, because we want love. To be loved by who? If you can even have that love, start by loving yourself today and see how you generate love everywhere, and see how everybody will want to love you because you're a symbol of love yourself. Who tells you love looks for place where there's no love? I'm saying it's because we came from love, Mother Africa, cradle of humanity. It's about love, the beautiful space that you are in, the creature that you are in all shapes, poor, rich, short, fat, slim, whatever, everything. You're just as lovely as you were meant to be. So don't quench that love. We have to multiply, multiply. We're in the business of unity. I say it. And the business of unity requires only one investment: love. And it's free. You don't go to do a business plan, how to love somebody. You don't go to buy, take credit and loan from a bank, how to love somebody. You don't go to sell land or anything in your family just to love somebody. So you see, at the end of the day, the whole world has one common disease, a problem: to be loved. And today you see artists go out and say, I need somebody to love me. I need someone to love me. And this. Oh, that person also needs somebody to love him. And that's what the whole calamity of this world has been about. I want to be rich so that I see, then people don't even see me as rich. Then they see me because then I feel loved. And I just thank the prophet who's always here and say, why do we even need all this to justify a survival or the reason to live? Why should somebody go and you leave? We're not asking ourselves, because we still think even if I work and I extend my life and I go, I one single thing that you still need is just that love. Like I said, no business plan, no investment made. You don't need to sell anything to be loved. You don't just need anything. Can't you really just get it for free? Just love yourself. And then you contaminate the next with that love. So we're going to stop all this. Oh, we need to retaliate. Oh, we need to do this. You don't have that time. When have we enjoyed and danced together and just shared the love? Why are we so selfish that now we're thinking about something else instead of spending the best of our time just loving ourselves and just not doing anything like the creator actually originatedly made us? Just share what I have, what do you need, and what do you have that I need. Not just giving because I want to dump or trash. Because that's what sometimes we do. Oh, let's help our poor people on the continent. Let's no. Help yourself. Help yourself first. Because all of us are poor in spirit. Okay. So I want to thank you so very much. I'm enjoying this minute because, you know, what else are we doing? Out here, they're celebrating what they call Easter. And so people are on vacation. And tomorrow is a holiday out here. And I think till Sunday or whatever, I don't know. I'm not a celebrant, so I don't know that. I know that we celebrate love every day, in and out, not a particular day. What kind of rituals? I'm not a part, and I will never be a part. I just came the way the Creator brought me, and He wants me when I go back without respecting some kind of stuff apart from love. That's my job here. 12, 12. Love. And that's all. When I'm gone, finish. I carry the peace and I leave the peace behind. So if we just want to get on that train of unity, why don't we just start by this simple project that doesn't cost you any investment? Doesn't need your time. It doesn't need you to get up in the morning, go and do some job and come back and pay some bills. It doesn't need anything. It just needs one single thing for free. Okay. If we get that puzzle right, Stephen is saying, I need love now, about to explode. Yes, you need it. You get it, Stephen. You have it in you. You don't need it from anybody. And that's the thing that keeps us dry. Always thinking, I need it. Stand and you want to dance, dance with yourself. You want to eat, eat. Do anything you just want to do it. That's loving yourself. Don't want to, until I get somebody to hang out with, or until I get somebody to take me to dinner or to lunch. Sharing, that is called sharing. That is not love. It means if I want to take you to dinner or you take me to dinner, you already are full of yourself. I already am full of myself because we're all blessed with that potential. Then we just meet and share. But if you say, I want to take somebody to dinner because he has to love me, or I want to do this. These are petty, petty things that are keeping us disunited. It's still in the name and in the business of unity. And so everything starts by love. And some people ask me, Dr. Tada, what do you mean love? Because they've screwed up everything. I'm so sorry for my language, for for my French that I'm speaking, but you know it and you have it. And we all have it. So why are you thirsty and wanting for it? Ask yourself, why do I need some love from somebody? Let's just go us back to our villages and look at what Mother Nature has given us. Too much land, too much river, fruits that are just falling everywhere. If I don't have this, you give me. You don't have this, I give you. We stay in the compound together and produce the fruit that we want. And there is joy, there's laughter, there is peace, there's everything. What is difficult? What is difficult? What is it that keeps making us every day not get this one thing? What is it that is tying us, the ropes and everything? My business here is to empower and to inspire. Anybody that gets this, take it for free and live your life with it and multiply and be happy and love yourself. Okay? Because we all have it. It's the divine. Steven said, love me and with some dollars. I also had somebody who said, Dr. Susan, I'm having my birthday, send me money. And I said, oh, how I wish I really had it. I really would send you money if that makes you laugh. But you're going to use that money and you're going to need money all the time, all the time. We all need money, yes, but we're not going to be slaves to that money. The only thing that we need are always given for free. Okay. So tomorrow I intend to host the Queen of Panama, Dr. Melinda Barrow. And she's confirmed because our last conversation was interrupted for whatever reason. She's been running around trying to plan the journey of Mother Africa and its diaspora reconciliation in the Panama City, which you already know. And yeah, but tomorrow she has very interesting updates. It's not about the conference. She's done, everything is certain. I mean, that queen out there, she has a whole Caribbean nation behind her. People are sharing. I just love the way they organize. I can't wait to be there. I see a whole team of women just like us also. And it's a global family like the Pan-African Daily that we are. Honestly, it's powerful. That's what we're talking about, the love. And so she's going to be here, but just to say something else to us. And the same topic that Queen Ngingone was saying, because, you know, we had a conversation also with her together. And yes, she wants us to insist on the point of love and unity or nothing else. That's our only business why we are here in this space. My people, I keep saying it. We have no business with the world, whatever. Our only business is just paying allegiance to Mother Africa, Mother Nature, which is you and me. That's all we have here. We don't have any business with the world. Okay? If you drink your water and mind your African business, water is not going to fail you. So that's the trick. So, yes, the Queen Mother of Panama is going to be here and tomorrow. So, we also intend, as I posted, to have Baba Smalls is also going to come here, give us too much love as usual. It's going to bless our heart, water our hearts, massage our ears, our hearts, cool our hearts. We call it cooling heart. It's going to cool our hearts. So please set your alarm 12:12 Ubuntu, 12:12 p.m. Let your alarm ring. When it rings, we're connecting at the highest level, at the next level. Only those who know will get that code and would understand what it's all about. So just do it. Don't want to find out too much, complicating. Why must I do this? How we are not lazy to do other things, but we're so lazy to set the 12:12. And you begin to wonder why everything is around 12. That's the code. Okay. Yes. Professor James does a tireless job. Of course, my brother Obaham. He is really, I don't know. These are the elders that are actually now giving us what we need. And some Africans and some of us that we're still at the low vibration still think that they need to give you some other pattern. No. Baba James is here despite, tired, going through a lot, and he's been bearing one person to the other for the past 2 months. He's going to tell you that. But nevertheless, he will still call to find out how I am doing. How is the global family on the Pan African doing? Is there any news that he needs to know? He doesn't, he will still find that time. How many of us find time to even call me and say, Dr. Susan Tata, how are you doing today? Or send me a text if you're not asking me something that is in your favor. Oh, Dr. Susan, are you going to host me? Oh, I have some guests here. Oh, Dr. Susan, oh, there is this burning here. Oh, Dr. Susan, this is. How many of you call me? There's one son who called me last week, doesn't even know. I said, Mama, I just want to find out how you're doing. I'm calling from Sierra Leone. Wow. And he just made my whole day. How many times do we call one another to just find out how they are doing? That is love. Okay? So Petrina is in the house. Thank you. Better late than never. Did you travel well, daughter from Namibia? Thank you for being here. NS Parker, I've been seeing you. Isioma, Ama. You're welcome. I just want to greet all of you, give a throwback because it's been a couple of days and I could already see most people like, is she on holiday while we are here working? No, none of us is on holiday. We don't have any business with the world. Our business is our unity and love for one another and making sure every one of us is developing at its own pace, enjoying life the way it is. Okay, that's our business in the universe. Whether we have to go back to that geographical space or not, Africa is where you are and in your heart. But if you want to travel and go back to your roots, like we are saying, those that want to go, we are going all together. But put it first in your heart where you are and show that love where you are. Okay? Yes. Never trust Son of Man, King James. I am a king, no infatuation. Yes, we know all the King James are coming in. King James Small, King James is also here. I think he's the right one. Hazel Eugene, thank you, thank you. Amukelani Akani. Yes, Paul Brown, I know I owe you that conversation. You really want to go. You want to go. Please just go. Just go. If your heart, your ancestors are calling you, pack your things and leave. Just go. Let me know where you are watching from. It's a throwback weekend, and I know it's afternoon out there. Me, I have 11:30, and it's still very okay here. Like I said, we're not going out anywhere. Vincel Goldman say, greetings, Dr. Susan. I'm watching from Cameroon and it's my first time. Thank you so very much, brother. How is Cameroon doing, Vincel? Mansell Goldman, thank you, thank you, thank you for watching for the first time. Make sure you subscribe, click your notification button. You're never going to miss any of these powerful, powerful sessions that we are having here. All of us are already graduates of the Pan African Daily. We're just swimming at the highest level of unity and love. We're so at peace with ourselves. We don't need anything. All we just need is you and me, because I belong to you, you belong to me. Nothing else matter. Okay? That's our business on Pan African Daily. We can talk about events that we're doing, but nothing else matters to us than you and me. Okay? So let me see who is here again. Yes, Eugene, Texas, Houston, always on time, always on point. Nathaniel, Oregon, yes, I know. I mean, the same people. Sending love from UK, Angola. Proudness, 100%. Proudness. Naya Yasha, I am in Florida and one day I'll be in Africa. You're already there, mice. I don't know. King, queen, princess, daughter. Cheryl Queen is moderating and say, please thunder the hit button. Say, put your thumbs up and thunder the hit. Obahim Kingston, Jamaica, Kingston boy. You know, when I hear that name Kingston, I used to think, I think it was Red Wine that sang that song, and like it's Kingston, Jamaica, and it's always in my brain. Right to Right, Right to Right is watching us from Nevada. Thank you, Nevada Queen. It's okay. You're the queen from Nevada. Watching from Barbados. Stefan, I know you. I see you through your fenster from Barbados. Good people out there. New Kings say, I'm happy to be here. I'm watching from Nigeria. Salute to you from Nigeria. Thank you so very much. Julius Tanto, greetings to you all. Is that the one that I know from Frankfurt, Germany? Is that the Julius that I know? Andre Gonzalez, greetings from St. Thomas, Virgin Islands in the United States. How are you all doing? Is everything okay? What did you eat today? I'm not seeing anybody say, I ate this. Cape Town, Matamera, watching from Cape Town. Thank you. Amokelani Akani is watching from Mississippi. You see, that's where the world is happening. I mean, we have a very huge family out there. So a lot of people always like, we follow you from all across, but there's some very staunch people here that are ready to take the leap and be the kings and the queens in love for one another. Thank you. Yes, King N.S. H-Town. Thank you, Julius Tanto. Say, I'm happy to be here. We are also happy to host you and having you to be a part of this family. Act for You is watching from Los Angeles, LA. Thank you. Love of the love on the brain, Dr. Tata. Yes. Love on the brain. Can you imagine? I told you, if we want to make the world jealous, let's just love ourselves. Drink water and mind your African business. Benjamin Nerimana, hello from Manchester, but I'll be watching from Motherland in August. Let us know where particularly you'll be in August on Motherland. All right? Please make sure to send us a lot of goodies, particularly the spirit. T. Harper is watching us from Georgia, USA. Please welcome him and or her wherever you are. Thank you and welcome to this great family. Is anyone here that is new that has not subscribed or clicked the notification button? Is anyone here who doesn't know that we're meeting also in Germany in August? Please let me know how we can get this information to you. And we'll be starting with this campaign, like we said, mobilizing the communities one after the other, and exhibit what we've been preaching here. Masho Lawrence, the boss on the team of Pan African Daily TV, young executives in St. Martin, Caribbean. Thank you for being here, Marshall. Marcia Black, hi family. Remember to like channel. Love you, Dr. Susan. We love you too. We love you so much, Marcia. Always reminding one another. You see, that's what the family does. Like I said, I cannot be doing this and then I'm looking who is coming, who has entered, who has closed the door. Somebody has to be doing that. That's what the whole family does. That's what the village does. That's what the compound does. Watching each other. So yes, Suelo Palesa too. See you too. So the warrior. One love, home and abroad. Who again? But Ubuntu 1212. Yes, one love, home and abroad is watching us. Where are you watching us from? From the universe, from Congo, I can imagine. King of Congo. Cheryl Penny, the baby girl. Baby girl number one, we see you. You say 1212 love. Benjamin, Ramana, Kenya, and Tanzania. So you're both everywhere, Benjamin. Thank you, Benjamin. We know you. You're going to be a Kiswahili teacher. Benjamin is going to be officially a Kiswahili teacher, and he has opted anyone because the continent has officially adopted the Kiswahili as the national or the language of us. And Benjamin wrote to me and like, can I be the teacher for free? I'd like to take some sessions, just teach us how to habari, asante sana, nakupenda. It is so sweet. I love that. I love that Kiswahili. All of us should embrace it because at the end of the day, Pan African Daily, we're going to be talking only about that. Yes. NS Parker, Dr. Tata, you do it so well. A professional. Well, that's the only thing I know, to be honest. If you give me any other thing, I'm out of here. I don't know nothing. That's the all I know. Snovia rightly, Dr. Tata said, we know the way we do it. Yes, my queen, it's a time to rise above the normal. We're out now. So we love all ourselves. And I think I've gone through. If I did not greet you, if you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, you're watching from the satellite of Motherland or from any other satellite that is connecting us, we want to bless all of you here. Kasumba said, this is Jawadu Kasumba watching from Dubai, but I am from Uganda. Proud son saying, yes, I might be out of the place, but this is who I am. I am from Motherland, Uganda. Thank you, Kasumba. I hope everything is all there. I mean, we see you people building, and everybody's just like destination Dubai. We see trips out there, Africans, and you know what? Dubai is going to be the new currency. And you see Africans now floating there, and they go, they tie, the turban, ride camels, and make pictures and like. But when we go to motherland, we don't see us go to the rivers or to the mountains and make pictures. What is just wrong with us? We always want somebody to do something and we're running there. Now I'm going to do. I'm not talking about you, Kasuma. I'm talking about diasporans that I've known asking me, oh, Dr. Susan, when are we going to Dubai? And I say, me, to go do what? I don't know how to swim. I'm not a fish. Okay. So I haven't even exploited the corners of Congo. I don't even know how Congo looks like, which is my origin, which is my kingdom. And I'm here talking about going to see some other things. What is the difference me in the diaspora with everything I've seen in New York or whatever, a street, Wall Street, and then going to Dubai? The same thing? Ain't it boring? Nah. No, 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 no. No, no way. Sorry. Okay, but I don't have anything against you being out there. When you go, post us some beautiful pictures and what you're eating out there, okay? Yes, there's also places on the motherland so that can be like more than be like motherland is unique, brother. Hey, no place like that. So it cannot be like. No, 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 it's not a copy. It's unique. Do you get the vibe? Cradle of humanity. Every other shape, anything that call itself human, came from motherland. You say something is like that. There's no duplicate. One unique original. Okay. Good, good, good. So, do we want to close it tonight? Do we? I already spent extra 30 minutes or more just to compensate for the 2 days that I've not been here with you. All right. I compensate every minute. I don't steal your time. You don't steal my own. Because anytime when I ring, you're always here. Who is asking if anything is going to be on a virtual? Yeah, they can be camel rights in the motherland. Oh boy, are you asking? Or camel right? Whew. They're everything. Donkey right. Where do you think this image that is always saying Jesus rode on a donkey? Where could they have been? You see, even the animals and the natural things that happen in that sequence could not be anywhere else apart from the continent. Okay? There's everything there. I don't know how to be without just not laughing. And I'm laughing because you're also laughing at me, definitely. So that's why the contamination, the vibes are there. Because Synovia Queen keeps laughing. And I can't just stop laughing when I see her also laughing out there. Ha 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 ha. I laugh too. Yeah, so that's a lot. That's a lot out there. And Natron says Dubai, Saudi Arabia are nothing but a pile of sand and rocks with some part made to look pretty from the oil money. Without oil, they go back to riding camels. Please, Natron, go and buy the Sahara toothbrush. You know what we call it, the chewing stick. That's how when we made too much things in the village, in the compound, and our grandparents would say, go and cut the chewing stick. Go and cut the chewing stick. Do you know this? They call it here the Sahara chewing stick. Go and cut it and brush your mouth because the talk that you just speak out there. And that's how we used to talk in those things. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, why not? We laugh, we laugh. Vansel Goldman is saying something very important here, and I like to read it out to all of us if you're not saying. He said, love is the only currency that cannot be rejected by any man, woman, nation, or religion. The They is suffering today of one thing, lack of love, rejection. Everybody wants to do something to cover up in a hole, in his or her hole, right? Let love lead and we'll have a better world. Thank you, Dr. Susan, for doing your very best to plant the seed of love in our heart, especially in our motherland, Africa. I love you, Ma. Wow. You see? This is what I tell you. What you give, you get it. Just give love and see it coming back to you, attracting everybody and just coming back. That's the only thing, to be honest with you, that comes back when you give. Go and give your money, take everything, doesn't come back. You will not get that money back. And when they used to say what you give is what you get, it's just love. You see? Now I'm getting my love in here. So make sure you be giving your own love. Okay? Give too much, and you're going to get it. You're going to get it back. We have beautiful teeth. Oh boy. I'm laughing. You know what? We had a theater one time in Germany, and there was this group of Germans that came to see the African theater. And one woman suddenly said in the crowd, I just love the Black Africans because, even in darkness, you just see their teeth. All you see is their teeth. You see, so I'm laughing because you say we have beautiful teeth. We just don't have beautiful teeth, but we have white teeth. And so everywhere we are, even in the darkness, they just see only our teeth. That's so lovely. Synovia. Kings must carry the queens on their back while running barefoot. Piccolo, did you see that picture? Piccolo's son. Did you see that picture? We posted in Pan African Daily where, in a scene, I think it was a riot or something. I mean, I just saw it partially. And this king carried, you need to see the size of his queen. He carried her on the back and they were running. You see, when there is love, oh boy. You can carry a mountain. And so all some of these stupid people saying, oh, the big girls, or the fat girls, or the this, when there is love. It, but if there's no love, even the tiniest, you cannot even uplift, lift their finger up. So just stop disrespecting ourselves and say, oh, we Africans, oh, the this and our baby buttocks and our this. When there's love, huh? Wow. You're gonna see something. Watch these Kenyan politicians who cut that dance, and you could see only her baggy. You could see only her baggy. Do you remember the first slave woman that was exhibited in as an exhibition, art exhibition in France, I think in the 1700s? And they exhibited her. People could not believe that she could have such bump, us. They couldn't. And that exhibition was sold out. I'm not saying it from that. I'm just saying it from look at how beauty we are. Beautiful. Fashionably made. Today they go and pump their lips and add some lolo, some lolo. Lolo means these things. And then they put the buttocks and then they put everything. And then you look at yourself and say, oh no, I'm fat, I'm this. You see what I say love does to us? Love yourself so much, my people. Love yourself so much. I told you, if we can only just love, the world will be so jealous to start loving. We just don't. The problem is that we're distracted trying to do those mini petty things. We have to fight for our right, or we have to. What right? You have the only right you have is to love yourself, and don't let anybody take that right from you. So fight that right. Love yourself, and when you love yourself, you're going to love me, and I'll just feel it, and I just love you, and I just love you. Okay, you did not see the picture, but to be honest, go on Pan African Daily Facebook. You're going to see that picture. I think Patrick posted it 2 days ago. It was hilarious. I mean, to see a tiny, small man carry his baby, the other female version of him, and they were running in the rain. It's not that one that would you be my? No. I mean, look at Queen Queen Madea. What is Madea trying to teach us all the time? Just look at Queen Madea. Why does she has to put on what she is and she's walking and you see that tabada, tabada, tabada behind? So, yes, of course, of course. So make sure you are drinking your water and minding your African business. This is your village girl, Dr. Susan Tata, and pardon my French. When we don't speak good English in Cameroon, in the village, we say French. Okay. So all of you that are so English teachers, pardon my English. So yes. Black Star Line, all of us are saying the same thing. As long as you can take good care of all of them, have my praises. You see, the beautiful words are coming back to us at the right time. So be in that vibration to get the spirit of love. It's just going to contaminate you. Like we say, we have no business here. Our business, why Mother Nature brought us, was just to love one another. And he even told us, go, I've given you the fruit, the birds are there, the rivers are there, the land is there, it will never fail you. Just eat. Just go and eat. Sleep, don't go to work. So why did you choose? Why on earth did you just choose and want to become, I want to go to work every day because I need to build a house, because I need to ride a car, because I need to wear some brands or what? Were you wearing it? When the creator brought you, the creator brought you, you that created yourself and running with your leaves and the nature, everything surrounding you. What happened to you that now of a sudden you just need? You're always needing. Even when you have, you need and need and need and need and need. What happened? And to questioning that. So yes, my people, it's all about empowerment and inspiration. What we represent, what we stand for, what we are here to do. And so that's the reason, if you have too much money, please give it away. because you're just sitting on some people's destiny. That's why some people are so poor, some people are so rich. Because the money that was made for whatever reason, I don't even know. Some people just take an embezzle or just keep it. And then you wonder, oh, my bank accounts are swelling. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't have a bank account. Take it from me today. Because the universe takes care of everything, your tomorrow. And because the universe teaches you, the Most High teaches you, you go today, you're going to leave it. So why do you carry that heavy burden called money? Too much. It's a burden. It's a problem. Give it away and see how free. Because you don't have anything to prove. You have all the troubles. I need to build a house. You build one, it's not enough. I need to build another one. You build that other one, is not enough. Now you were walking, now I want to fly. And now you fly, now I want to do some other thing. And so what? And what again? After you do and do and do and do. And so what? Tell me, yes, Dr. Susan, you are not a business person. That's why we are poor. Yes, because that's where the secret lies. Okay, give it away. You don't have you any problem. So if somebody will ask you, oh, why don't you get? I don't have. To be honest, I don't have. Thank God to my brother, Bena Babot. He's the one actually that paid our bills today before we could even go live. And he's just like, Mama, why are you not live? I said, we don't have, they've cut our live streaming because we didn't pay the bill. And he's just like, okay, I give it away. You see, the burden is gone. And today we are talking. And thank you to all of you that are just, you're contributing so that we can put our stocks together. Give it away. It's a burden. Don't hold it and think that you're doing anything with it. It's a circulation. Now, Bernard paid from Afrocanza. Did I take it and cut it and put it on paper and eat? Haven't we understood it's just a circulation paper? Take it from here, give it here. It goes here. Doesn't change you. Does it change you? It makes you maybe happy or one or the other. So please make sure if you have, just give to those who don't have. 18 minutes to midnight. Thank you. Yes. So that if I come late tomorrow, I've compensated today. Because I see you, nobody wants to go, and I feel like disrespecting you. And I already was torn. My ears were pulling like, it's been 3 days. You are not live. And what is going on? As if I was partying. Thank you so very much for being here. I see somebody connecting and from the Philippines are saying it's almost morning to us here. That's why we're enjoying the program. Thank you, thank you, thank you so very much. And please don't fall in touch with some people that want to get in touch with Dankote, Dr. Tata. Tell him we are here. Yes. I mean, I think he needs help. Dankote, who again? You can name a lot of those billionaires. It is either they're just billionaires on paper or they need help. These are really sick, burdened people. Don't you see it? They need us to help them. They need us to transact that, take what is too much and give it to them because they don't have time to do that. So that's a burden. Dankote is the most heaviest burden person on the continent, to be honest with you. He needs to share. If he shares, his burden will be light. It is not a joke what I'm saying. I'm not just saying because we're laughing and having fun. Money is a burden. Give it away. Let it circulate. And you'll be light burden. So when the church is lying to you and say, he that are heavy laden, bring your burden and I will give you rest. And then they say, come and give your tithe. So why when you give, you're happy? So why is it that when you go and put the tithe and you begin to see how happy you are? Because you just gave away a burden. Give it away free. And you're going to see. So we will take some of your millions, good doctor. Luckily, I don't have you all my millions. I mean, the paper form. I don't even want to have. That one is a problem for me. You see, the millions that I have is you. Go to my pages, go to my following, go to that's my billions. And that's how Africa will look. Your people is your money. Where on earth do we ever think that paper people can be wealth in your money? No. Go to every ancestor, go to every village, go to every African proverb. Your people is your wealth. My late dad told me that even as I was a child. Now there is a rich organization, the church, but they also are burdened. Do you know how burdened they are? If you extort people, yes, you are meant to take the money, but you're meant to take it and put it into some other thing. You're not meant to take it and fly some private crazy things, and then you become lonely. Do you know why they make the limousine? Why do they make the Maserati has only one place? Why do they make private jets one seat? And when we are in it, then you think that you is because you can make it more than. No, you're the most miserable, lonely person. Look at people who drive those cars. It's not about riches. It's about loneliness because the world is selling you loneliness and you buy it as at a price. And so it's the same thing the village will say a man without people is a witch. Let me begin to bring you the things we taught in the village. A man without people is a witch. People are your riches, are your money. So now I get a private jet because I want to go somewhere. You know how our forefathers and our people in the village, you are a witch. For instance, you eat alone. And you here in the village always are you a witch? Because people were our riches, are our riches. So the most miserable people, I can guarantee you, wake me up at any time are those people that are saving too much money. And you see why they are the most problem people? They want to buy that love and happiness. No way. The creator has one purpose for you. Come and take care for one another. Take care of those that need you. Take care of the poor, the needy. I don't even know who the poor is. And you come and say, no, I came here to work and to build houses. I came here to work and to fill bank accounts. I came here to work. Is that the purpose why you were here? You're not asking yourself that question. That you were just born and then just trained and then just work and then just pay and then just die. Can you imagine? Just came and then just go. The program, and after that, you just begin to vomit, and give back the same money to the system. That's an investment that they put on you. There's nothing wrong in working, earning money, my people. That's not what I mean. But you have to get something that fulfills you apart from that. Those working money, paying bills, all of us work. I work. I'm here working. But that's not my purpose that is fulfilling. So make sure you give the burden away. If you have too much, open your doors for people that need that help. Share with one another. Now, the price of bread, everybody's, oh, the price of bread is so dear. It's so this. Why do you need to eat bread alone? Boy, why do we need to eat bread alone? The only thing I grew up knowing in the village is sharing. And so nobody went hungry. None. You enter any compound, nobody will ask you, oh, what are you? And that's who we are. And that village is everywhere. Go in the American community, in all the communities that we are, we do the same. When I'm in the States, even before, not just for conferences, every place that my siblings would take me will go, they behave the same people. And I see everyone looks also like me. So what was it in my mental that made me look you, my brother, and begin to call you a Jamaican, an American, a Mexican? You, the same nose like my own. Chai. No, no, never again. Please, let's just say never again. Let's just say never again that I see one that looks like me and something tells me in my brain that is not part of me. Even as all the symbols, every signs are there, color, hair, laughter, everything. How on earth did I ever, for one ever, think that we are different? Wow. Never ever, please. You see one another, love them, ask them what they need, meet us on the street, laugh. We do it like we do it in Africa, and you shout, hoo hoo, ubi, and you clap hands on the road. And here you do that, the people looking at you, huh? Yeah. You even horn, people are shocked. As if it's a reptile place, some kind of that don't know sound, don't know music, don't know fun, don't know anything, and you're not about to teach that love, please just go ahead and do it. Okay. All right. I think when the clock sounds 12:12, I'll be leaving. Marshall Ennis is still here. And Marshall Ennis was like, it's midnight. Dr. Susan, we're watching the clock. Midnight 12:12. We're gonna say choose, bye, and we're gonna see ourselves tomorrow. Right? You see what happens when we miss each other. You see what happens in the vibration of humans. I tell you, even when I go today back to the village, because each time I put my legs, I'm going to my village, I sleep with my mom. That's all I do. I don't know any other life. You can never take that village away from me. Never. Because the experience there, oh my God, we should all go to Congo. Back home. Never again. Please, never again that I can see one of mine. Yes, Paulette, never again. The scales have fallen down our eyes. How can I just see you? That is a part of me, that is an extension of me, and something, some program in my mind say you are different because you carry maybe a paper that says I am Chinese black, I am European black. What is it that I really see? An extension of me, the other version of me, even in another gender. Please, never again. Ish. Cheryl says it's crazy we are divided seriously. No other group is so disunited as Black people. Puzzling, but these bones are connecting like never before. So excited. Dry bones, my people. And you know what that dry bone signify? Lack of love. We are so drained to the marrow. And that's why we buy flowers, look for love. And that's why they even put a love day. And it's only that day that you're permitted to share love. Wow. What happened? What happened? Never again, please. One another, hand in hand. Okay? One another, hand in hand. Just say never without me again. Because if you refuse me, you just refuse yourself. If you refuse to be a part of me, you just refuse your own self. How can you refuse yourself? If I don't love you, I just hate me. That's the meaning of Ubuntu 12:12. I belong to you, you belong to me. Professor James Moore says it like no other person say it. Eh? You belong to me, logo me. You belong to me, I belong to you. We are a part and parcel of one another. So if I hate you, I just hate myself. And you know, the 12:12 Prince was here, Karanja, who was telling us, I just burned myself. And I'm looking at that piece, they say I burned him. You just burn yourself. And that pain would be in you, follow you. And we wonder why we're in pain. Who is this doing some things here? Who is this throwing this rubbish on this chat here? Please, just stop it, okay? Best comes, who are you? Never without me. Yes. Never without me. Never without me. Okay. Yes. 12 12 Ubuntu. So thank you, my people. I think we're going to see ourselves tomorrow. It's a troll. Yes. I just stopped it. I just stopped it. You are now an enemy of merchandising who sell flowers on on Valentine's Day. I know, Obiama, if that's your business, brother, it's just like we say we don't want to die. And imagine the coven man, and imagine the grave man, and imagine the something person, right? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm just saying is there's too much beyond flowers, there's too much beyond a day. It has to be every day. So buy the flowers every day, for God's sake. Obiam, buy the flowers every day, not just on one day. Okay. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I think I've done mine. It's 3 minutes to midnight. And here, I don't know what your time is out there. And if you're going out, oh, if Africa can fly in this love and unity, I swear, America, go to the camp. Go to camp, find work for Africa. We can do it for ourselves. Yes, all of us, we can do it for ourselves. We're just going back to the village, walk our land, share with one another, or eat country granite, country everything, bitter cola, palm wine, the palm nuts, the palm, the palm beet, and everything, palm insect. Oh my God, everything. The natural people, just go back to your natural format. Just go back and leave the world and its world to eat. Your business was not that. So thank you. Blessings to all of you as well. And we've had a wonderful time. Please take that vibration and that energy and just enjoy it. Okay. If you're eating something, just enjoy it. If you're drinking your water and minding your African business, those of you that are going out to celebrate, to party in whatever format, or if you just want to lie down and have a cool time, just love yourself. Learn it. If we learn to hate, we can learn to love. Who said that? Nelson Mandela. If we could be taught to hate, so we could teach ourselves again how to love. Learn how to love yourself, and you just see all the rest coming back to us. Okay? So, tuku pamoja to all of us. I mean, the boys, your boys are all gone to, they are adults now. So I'll have to end the show alone, and you'll not be getting the jingles that we usually end alone because I'm in the studio now alone. And yeah, thank you too, Stephen. One love. We love you too. All of us, one spirit. And we're going to see ourselves here tomorrow, right? Make sure you're clicking your notifications because, like I told you, this time we don't watch time again. We're not even time people. We're not time people. So on our flyers, you can see sometimes, but we just come when the spirit moves us because we are on a spiritual journey. Sorry, I finished my wonderful night rest. Bye bye, everyone. Yes, bye bye too. With the salute, una good night too. Una sleep fine. All man. Okay? All wanna sleep well, oh. Bye bye. We love you. We will see you tomorrow. Una bye bye. Good night to all of you. Bye. Una go no. Una do di go. Una go. Say no, Dr. Susan. Chat. No, I'm going. It's 000 12 12. So good night. Bye. We see ourselves tomorrow. Love you. Bye.